Oh, I got something else here. Oh, Billy, on the internet watching the news here. I'm doing all topical material. Have you seen that new fucking Apple Watch commercial where it's 911 calls people made on their Apple Watch? Like, how few fucking Apple Watches are they selling? Because most people like me are like, well, I got the fucking phone. I don't need, there's a clock on the phone. You know what I mean? So then they have all these people calling and these fucking horrifying scenes. This woman drove a car in a lake, of course. Crazy broad. No, I'm kidding. It's why they shouldn't be driving. You know, you don't hear a guy talking in his Apple Watch that he fucking drove his car into a lake. I'm just saying. I had to use my Apple Watch to call the police because I had the audacity to drive my car into a lake. I feel like if I was a man driver, they wouldn't have put that lake there. Hello, double standard nature. Anyway, so these fucking people are like, one woman drove her car into a lake, and as far as I can understand, is in an air pocket. Talking to the cops. Another guy's like, I'm in a barn, I broke my leg, I can't get up. You gotta come get me, it's gonna get bad quick. Oh, come get me, right? And in the middle of all that, for some reason, he says, I couldn't reach my phone, so I called on my Apple Watch, right? Like, who gives a fucking product endorsement in the middle of a fucking 911 call? I'm calling bullshit on that commercial. I'm not saying the guy didn't use his Apple Watch. I'm not saying he didn't break his leg in that barn. All right? What I'm saying is I think afterwards they did a little, they added it, they embellished. These are actual 911 calls, and then they added, can you just say that you were calling from your Apple Watch? Like, how does that... He didn't even say, I'm calling from a watch, which you probably try to use as few words as possible if you were laying in a barn with your leg busted. But this guy's like, I'm calling from my Apple Watch. I got the turquoise one. My wife loves it. So does her sister. I think I might get a threesome. You should buy one. Oh, yeah, my address is... I'm calling 100% bullshit on that. Nia, would you agree?
What are you talking about?
On the, there's a new Apple Watch commercial.
Yeah.
It's really unsettling.
Oh, am I back on the podcast?
Yes, come here. So,
Giving the people what they want.
That's right. A happier, more sunshiny vibe. So this is Apple Watch.
What are you complaining about now?
The Apple Watch commercial. All complaints all the time.
All complaints all the time.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, you told me about that. I haven't seen this commercial, but you told me about it.
Well, it's this 911 commercial, and this woman's like, yeah, I drove my car into a leg. Water's out to my neck. And there's this other guy who's going like, I busted my leg. I'm in the barn. Just trying to fuck a yak, and it bit back.
A yak?
Or whatever. Trying to fuck a pig, and his friends came over.
Oh, goodness.
And then there was somebody else. I don't know what her deal is. Like, I'm trying to put this dress on. I can't zip it up, right? So the guy's laying in the barn after whatever he tried to fuck kicked him in his leg.
Accident. Don't make it seem like people who work on farms sleep with the farm animals. That's not nice.
What do you mean? That happens all the time.
How would you know? Did you grow up on a farm?
Oh my God, you are so tone deaf.
Am I tone deaf or naive? What do you mean? Like,
why do you think they have farmersonly.com?
It's not.
Why can't,
because farmers and the cows can hook?
Yeah, so nobody knows what they're doing.
No.
So anyways, this guy's laying in the barn. My leg's all busted up. And he goes, I couldn't reach my phone. I'm calling from my Apple Watch.
You would never tell a 911 dispatcher that. They would be like, we know. We can see everything on our monitors. Okay.
No, but why would you do a product endorsement?
Yeah, exactly. That's
I just sat down and had a Pepsi, and I slipped in my Uggs, and I fell and busted my leg calling you on my Apple Watch.
But, so the point is that you can call 911 from your Apple Watch. I bet your regular fucking Timex won't do that. Huh?
I know, but you could also call them from your fucking...
Guess watch? Your Swatch watch?
No, this is what they're doing. They've realized that they put a hat on a hat when they made the fucking Apple Watch, because you already have a clock on your phone and you can already make phone calls on your phone.
A hat on a hat.
Yeah. So they're like, what do we do here?
Yeah.
They have to create this fear that you're going to drive a car into a lake and your phone's going to be like, I don't know, underwater.
Yeah. But you can still call 911
Yeah.
from your...
Well, how come her watch wasn't underwater? She went in like she was on a roller coaster, like, woo! Putting her arms up. Yeah, baby, Thelma and Louise.
Yeah, is the watch like waterproof up to 8 feet or something? Because that's also something that they should consider if it hasn't already been done, which I'm sure it has.
It was all just really convenient. I think that somebody who runs Apple over there demanded that one of their new employees who wanted a better office show loyalty to the company and drive her car, or Prius, into a lake, and then they recorded the whole thing. It's like, but you just can't say that we had this conversation. And if you do that, we will let you sit in Steve Jobs' office, which has remained locked since he's died. You can sit in there for 20 minutes. And she said yes.
And maybe you'll be a fraction of as brilliant as our great leader was.
Yeah, you can put on his turtleneck, one of his turtleneck sweaters. I'm just saying, I'm calling bullshit.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's definitely seems a little far-fetched.
I had to call 911 because I had the audacity to drive into a lake.
I suppose it's that extra layer of security that you have your phone, you have your watch, you have many things on you where you could call for help if you're ever in peril. So.
And all of them are tracking you, and then people don't want to get microchipped.
I still don't understand like Apple tags. Have you seen these?
Are you going to get microchipped, Nia?
Why would I get microchipped?
Exactly.
Willingly. But have you seen these?
What sort of fight are you going to put up? We talking Red Dawn here?
I feel like I would put up a pretty good fight if someone tried to kill me.
Knock it up.
Yeah. Stop, dirtbag. What was that? What would she say?
Don't move, dirtbag.
In Police Academy.
Yeah, private hooks.
I'm pretty scrappy, and you know I fight dirty too. So I'm kind of like, I'm going for every possible orifice. I'm, scratching whatever I can scratch. At the very least, I'm getting some evidence underneath my nails. So
I know, but you'll be attacking the government, so you'll go to jail.
What do you mean?
They said I read this fucking article, and this fucking nerd is going like, yeah, it's inevitable, so you can't even fight it.
Oh, that they're going to actually force people to be microchipped? Where are people getting this idea that that's actually going to happen?
Because there's some idiots that work for companies that have already done it. And this is what they're going to do. They're going to scare you about your kid, just like the Apple Watch commercial, like, I drove my kids into a lake. I can't find them.
They had some lady on, I have to look it up. It was years ago that they had some lady on some morning show, and she had voluntarily gotten her and her entire family microchipped for like tracking safety reasons. It's already been done, but it's not like they're forcing you to. It's not like, they're lining you up. And
that's how it, initially, they came out with the vaccine and you didn't have to get it.
Choice.
and now in Australia, I believe they're beating people, aren't they?
Australia is not fucking around.
They're not fucking around.
They're not fucking around. And if you screw it up, that's why they're mad at that tennis player, right? Is that what you were telling me?
They weren't mad at the tennis player. The tennis player was coming in to make him some money, and then they looked the other way, and then all the Australians were like, crikey.
Yeah. Well,
wait. That's not nice.
Yeah,
right?
You can't make everybody else do it, and then this person gets an exception.
Exactly.
That's not okay.
Yeah, they're fucking lunatics. They're going to come up and headbutt that guy right in his teeth.
They don't want your fucking virus. They don't want your dogs. They don't want your strange plants or fruits.
That's New Zealand.
I thought Australia was like that too.
I don't know.
You can't bring any different kind of eco.
I think that was New Zealand. Australia didn't give a fuck. You can't
bring any kind of like living thing or whatever into their ecosystem because you might throw the whole shit off balance.
No, Australia doesn't care. You can come in, do whatever you want, and then take a shit on the Great Barrier Reef.
No,
they don't care.
No,
They're all about the money in
not
Australia.
True. I'm sure. I
might have that wrong. It's been a while since I've been there.
I think you have it wrong. I think they are very determined to keep their beautiful landscape, and it is beautiful.
The most beautiful beaches I've ever seen in my life.
New Zealand was like magical. No, it's just it's
no, I'm talking Australia.
Australia is amazing too, but I was just saying I liked The waterfalls and the beaches in New Zealand, I thought they were magical.
New Zealand had like the toughest people I've ever seen in my life. The native New Zealanders all look like Hall of Fame linebackers or defensive tackles. Every single one of them was like, would not fuck with that guy, would not fuck with that guy.
Remember when we flew in the airport and everything was like Harry Potter? It was all the dragons and all that stuff in the airport. Do you remember this?
Yeah, because they shot that down there.
Yeah, and
you know why?
And the safety video was like the cast of Lord of the Rings. That's what. Yeah, not Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. The cast in the safety video, they had like fucking Elijah Wood. I feel like it was directed by Peter Jackson. Like they just went all in.
Well, because they shot it down there and they don't recognize SAG down there, so they only had to pay the actors once. It was a big fiasco.
Was it?
Oh yeah, like the director of that movie never got paid. They made like $6 billion on paper. It was still not in profit, and he had to sue them. I think he had to keep making Lord of the Rings just so they still needed him so he'd get paid. It was one of the worst things ever. And then as he was suing them, I believe they got bought by another corporation, so he was chasing a ghost, and it was all legal.
Really? This all happened?
Yeah, look it up.
Okay. Damn.
If he only had an Apple Watch, he could have called his lawyer, and he would have been fine.
Even from the middle of the earth, you could have called...
On your Apple Watch.
CAA. Had them come rescue you.
Listen, I've just made the third one. There's $6 billion in profit. I'm calling my Apple Watch, by the way. I have not had anything beyond a per diem.
I'm calling from my Apple Watch, by the way. By the way,
I got the rose gold one. My wife loves it.
By the way, this was... Oh, this is my retirement gift, by the way.
What is?
The Apple Watch.
The Apple Watch?
Yeah.
I remember when it came out, I was like, that thing is stupid. That is just redundant. I don't need that. I just thought it was, I thought it was kind of like...
I was with someone who kept looking at their watch, and I was like, why does she keep looking at her watch? And I realized she had an Apple Watch, and she was getting text messages on it. So it's like, instead of, pulling out your phone, she was just checking the watch because it kept going off, and she was like tapping on it, I guess.
And then what, you text with one finger?
I have no idea. I don't even wear a watch. What does Def Leopard mean? Like, what is the deaf part? What is
Def is like it's dope, right? No, like a dope leopard. It's like a leopard that's into hip hop.
That's not how they meant it at all. How did they mean it?
I don't know. You'd have to ask them. But I've been listening to them.
You knew the whole backstory of Peter Jackson and his advertisements for the airline and all the drama, but you don't know about Def Leppard. I feel like you would know that more than anything. Like that would be the one thing that you knew, because there's so much you don't know. But I feel like you would know that. That's just so in your wheelhouse to know how.
What am I, fucking Eddie Trunk? I don't know who that. I don't know
who Eddie Trunk is.
Eddie Trunk is all of that historian. He's like a paleontologist of hair metal.
I want people to pay attention to this. There's nothing wrong with dating somebody 10 years older or 10 years younger, but understand you will have moments like this. Well, one person will be like, I have no idea what you're referring to. Who is Eddie Trunk?
Eddie Trunk exists outside your wheelhouse.
Okay.
I mean, who was I listening to the other day? You freaked out.
Oh my God. Bill was playing Jodeci like it was fucking 94 or something like that. But I was obviously so excited, but I was like, are we at a dance at my
Yeah, now if I know who Jodeci is, how do you not know who Eddie Trunk is? I feel like I'm doing more work here.
Really? Jodeci
no, I'm kidding.
Okay. I'm pretty sure Jodeci was more popular than whoever Eddie Trunk is. I don't even know who that is, but I'm willing to bet that Jodeci was more famous than him. Am I right?
Hey, maybe we need to do a versus.
Eddie Trunk.
Eddie Trunk versus Jodeci. The versus nobody wanted to see. Both sides just going, I don't know who that is. But if they had the Apple Watch.
Maybe that's what we need to bring this country together. A random versus of two totally different genres.
I want to pitch myself for an Apple Watch 911 call to my agent.
Oh my God.